Yo, what is going on, you guys? Bastion YJ here, and today, guys, I'm coming at you with my Galaxy Eyes Photon deck profile. So I have not touched this deck ever since Photon Hypernova came out, but I really want to go ahead and revisit it, have a little bit more fun with the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Just play some more fun anime decks. You guys know, if you guys been with the channel for a while now, you guys know I am a huge fan of the Zexal part of Yu-Gi-Oh! Anything Zexal, Utopia, I'm absolutely in love with. Galaxy Eyes Photon, I absolutely love. Anything Exes based, I freaking love. So, and I don't really know why that is. I just do. But I really want to go ahead and get this out to you guys. I did a little bit of reworking, rethinking as far as what the strategy is concerned, and everything like that. Now, with the addition of a few other cards that have come in recent packs, for example, the Maze of Memories, we actually have a little bit more support for this deck that actually helps it in the grind game as well. So it's really, really cool. I want to go ahead and show this off to you guys. If you guys do enjoy these types of videos, make sure you leave a like down below, subscribe for more, and let's get right into the profile. So guys, starting off with the monster cards, we play 3 copies of Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, of course. Some people call this a brick. I think these people are incorrect. This card is absolutely super necessary for the deck at 3. I know the mismatch rarity is really killing me as well. I'm working on it, but Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, a lot of the cards are necessary to have this card either on the field, graveyard, or as a material attached. So you really want to go ahead and maximize on this card, just so you make sure you're able to have as much consistency as possible. Some of the cards might have to send it to the graveyard, whatever it might be, so having those additional cards in your deck are still going to be extremely necessary. So go ahead and get rid of those over here. Next, we'll play 1 copy of Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon. More than 1 is not really necessary. It tends to get a little bit cloggy at times, so I do not like to run more than 1. 2 would be the very most, but 3 is definitely way too bricky. So you want to play 2, there's definitely a good argument for it. It's just for myself, it just becomes a little bit too bricky for myself, and I prefer to not go that route. Next, we play 3 copies of the Galaxy Wizard. Galaxy Wizard has really shot up as far as viability in the decks overall, with the most recent support coming out of Photon Hypernova, and just recent support from previous to it as well. Galaxy Wizard is now going to be your main normal summon of the deck, mainly because you are able to go ahead and abuse this with cards like Galaxy Summoner and things like that. So also its level manipulation does come up every now and then, but primarily you are going to be tributing this guy off in order to search for more of your Galaxy Photon cards. Next, guys, we have 3 copies of Galaxy Soldier. Galaxy Soldier, of course, is still a main staple in this deck. It's being able to go ahead and be a free special summon level 5, and you can also still manipulate the level of this with additional cards you have in your deck. You're getting level 4 or level 8 depending on what you need. So the fact that it is a level 5 doesn't really conflict with it anymore, but it is still nice because it does still give you access to Cyber Dragon, Nova, Infinity, as then 4 as well. Also, of course, free extender, additional ways to go ahead and search it out, get you more light monsters in your hand, really good. Next, of course, 3 copies of Photon Orbital. I am still missing that 3rd one. I understand it's a rare in Maze of Memories, I'm working on it, but Photon Orbital is such a key point of this entire deck. Just being able to go ahead and equip, detach, and you can go ahead and search whatever you want in your entire deck is super crucial. It's pretty much going to be your rota for the entire deck, and a lot of the cards really do this. And it's funny because Galaxy Soldier kind of does something similar. Searches you any Galaxy monster from your deck to your hand, which is nice. This is the least restrictive one as well, but then of course Galaxy Wizard. So all of these cards share a similar effect where they just pretty much add as much consistency as possible to the overall deck, which is why you want to go ahead and maximize out on them. Next, I played 2 copies of the Galaxy Summoner. 3 is too much, 2 is just right to make sure that you are able to go ahead and have more of a grind game as well. But Galaxy Summoner is really good, just being able to go ahead and of course special summon back from the graveyard. Also, you are getting an additional normal summon off Galaxy Emperor, which means you can go ahead and you don't have to worry about if you're wasting your normal summon with Galaxy Wizard. You are still going to be able to normal summon Galaxy Summoner later on in your turn with the effect of the Photon Emperor. 2 copies of Galaxy Brave is a free special summon. It's free level 8 on the board. There's really no reason not to run him at more than 1. 3 is, again, a little bit too bricky. You just want to go ahead and make sure you have at least 1 of these in your hand, and you can go ahead and go clean off from there. But 2 Galaxy Brave is just right for me. Next, we play 2 copies of the Photon Vanisher. and then 1 copy of the Photon Emperor. 1 copy is just fine. Bestials are not really a big thing right now, so I think it's gonna be okay. Just run the 1 Photon Emperor and the 2 Vanisher. 3 just got a little bit too cloggy, although I know it searches out, of course, your Galaxy Eyes Photon, but it really just, if you run 3 of them, it just becomes a bit too bricky. If you see 2 of these in your hands, not really going to be the best thing for you, or multiples, I should say. So yeah, I'm going to learn 2, and then 1 Emperor to make sure you're able to send off the Galaxy 100. Next, play 1 copy of Photon Advancer, Extender. Pretty much, that's about it. That's it for the Galaxy Photon monsters, guys. For the last monster we play, 3 copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. Just the most generic hand trap in the game right now. There's not really that much space in this deck to run cards like Nibiru or Cyframe Gamma or things like that. Cards that would also benefit just going second as well. But Ash is just absolutely fantastic. Immediate auto win against Branded Despia. It can still hurt Kashtira, it can still hurt any other deck out there, so it's really, really good, just the overall how generic it is. So that's going to be it for the monsters, guys. Now let's get on to the spells. Alright guys, so for the spells, we play 3 copies of Pot of Prosperity. Consistency is going to be key in this deck, and being able to dig even 6, not even 6, just 3 cards further into your deck for that additional combo piece is actually going to be super, super crucial. Whether you need that Photon Advancer, that Galaxy Brave, whatever it might be that you are missing in your hand, this is going to be able to go ahead and help you get that done for yourself. So 3 copies is actually super, super mandatory. Just make sure you're able to have, again, that consistency as well. Next, we play 2 copies of Photon Sanctuary. This used to be a 3 of, must of in any Photon Galaxy build. It's now been reduced to a 2 of. It just doesn't do that much for you. Yeah, having two free monsters with 2000 attack, you can go ahead and send off to get Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon on the field. It's cool, but then that's still investing 2 cards just to get Photon Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon on board, because you got getting this and a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, of course, to get it on board, and that itself does not do very much. Primarily, you are trying to use Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon as a material, and using this card just to get it out, or just to get out the Galaxy Eyes Soulfire Dragon, it's just not that impactful, but still too, it's nice to have just in case. Next, guys, we play 1 copy of the brand new card out of Maze of Memories, Overlay Network. I absolutely love this card. Of course, you guys know I play this in my Utopia build. For the Galaxy Eyes deck, though, if you guys don't know what this card does, so go ahead and read it together. So it's a continuous spell. You can go ahead and activate one of the following effects. You can target one face-up monster you control, special summon 1 monster with the same level from your hand or graveyard in defense position, negates effects, and you're locked into these monsters. Perfectly fine. That's I'm not gonna argue with that one. That's really, really good already. It's a free monster reborn essentially each and every single turn, or summon from hand. Awesome. And then you can target 1 Xyz monster you control, add 1 card attached to it to your hand. So you can basically add a material that's already attached to an Xyz monster back to your hand, which then helps out the grind game so much more. Because like I said with this deck, this grind game was a really, really big issue. Same thing with the Utopia deck, is pretty much just make the board and force your opponent to attempt to break it. But with this card, it just allows you to do so much more going into turns 2, 3, and 4. As being able to go ahead and recur all the resources that you've already put into an overlay, just go ahead and be able to reuse them again. 1 copy of Galaxy Expedition. More than 1 is really just not going to be necessary. It just gets too brick in your hand. It's really not as necessary as it once was. 1 copy of Galaxy 100 in order to be able to send the Photon Emperor. 1 copy of Galaxy Trance as well. And I have thought about bumping this up to 2, but really just want to go ahead and keep it consistent with a 40 card deck. However, if you want to play 41, absolutely fine. I will not argue with that. And the last spell card we play 1 copy of Reinforcement of the Army, of course. And that's pretty much it for the spells. To get into the traps, guys, actually let's go ahead and just roll on with the traps. Really not going to be complicated. 3 copies of Imperm and 3 copies of Evenly Matched to match that as well. Really nothing is left to be said here. Evenly Matched is absolutely broken going second. And that's really something that this deck tends to struggle with every now and then, just going second. So being able to have these 6 cards to help it do so is absolutely super, super crucial. So that's going to be it for the main deck, guys. Like I said before, it's a 40 card main deck. Now let's get into the extra deck. Alright guys, for the extra deck, we played 2 copies of Galaxy Eye Sulfur Dragon. Like I said, this guy is not as necessary anymore, but you do still have your Photon Sanctuary in order to be able to summon this guy out for free, essentially. It really just helps get other cards on the field that you don't need on the field, but you need in the graveyard to the graveyard, so it's a great facilitator in that end as well. Let's go ahead and get this out of here. 1 copy of Starliege Photon Blast, 1 copy of Galaxy Photon Dragon for our level 4, our rank 4s I should say. Really not more than this is necessary. I have seen some people play Starliege Photon. I forgot the name of the card, but the other rank 4 Photon card, and mainly for strictly going second builds, which I do not mind. I mean, this deck can strictly OTK like this, like super easy. So it is another route you can definitely go ahead and take, but just those 2 are fine for your rank 4s. Next, 1 copy of Cyber Dragon Nova, and then 1 copy of your Cyber Dragon Infinity, and that's pretty self-explanatory. Not really gonna go into that. Next, 1 copy of number 62 Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. Amazing for OTKs. And you have your number C62 Neo Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. Again, a fantastic in any aspect of the game. That's going to be it for the number C62 cards. Next, on to the Galaxy Eye Cypher X Dragon, Galaxy Eye Cypher Blade Dragon, and then Galaxy Eye Cypher Dragon. All have unique effects, so really good. Just go ahead and break your opponent's boards, deal a whole bunch of damage, and just go ahead and break through whatever your opponent has on their field. Really amazing as well. 1 copy of Galaxy Eye's Full Armor Photon Dragon, 1 copy of number 38 Hope Harbinger, and then 1 copy of number 90 Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. This is probably the one I'm going to get most questions on, why I'm only running 1. 2 reasons. 1, I only have 1. Good enough reason. Second reason, I only have one Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord is essentially with going up against Cashier, essentially, you're really gonna have this one target that they're gonna want to hit immediately, right? So the second they hit this, you are good and clear to go ahead and go off with with the remainder of your extra deck, no problem whatsoever. So that's the main reason why I didn't really, even if I had a second number 90 Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord, I would just keep it at 1, because I know that Cashier is 100% going to hit the Divine Arsenal AA Zeus, which means that when I go, if I'm going second, I'm going to have full access to my entire extra deck with no interruption whatsoever, as long as I'm able to go ahead and play my cards right. So 15 card extra deck, of course. I don't have a side deck built for this one just yet, guys, but if it's something you guys want to see, or if you guys want to see test hands, let me know in the comment section down below. Go ahead and get that to you guys. But yeah, so this is going to be my Galaxy Eyes Photon deck profile for the current format, April of 2023. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, guys. If you guys want to see, like I said, test hand combo videos, let me know down below, and I'll go ahead and get that out to you guys as soon as possible. Honestly, I've been having a lot of fun with this deck, testing it online, things like that. So yeah, let me know how it works out with you guys, and without further ado, appreciate you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.